coming to you from our Portland World headquarters. Back here from Alpine this week. Going to be here for probably another few days after this. We'll see what ends up happening. Got some stuff to do at our office building and catching up with some clients and stuff here. But anyhow, it is the October 5th, 2025 Helium Miner Update. Portland headquarters, not in Alpine. Got you can see the view here behind me. Just to let you know, Portland has not burned down. We did have some UH-60, a couple of helicopters flying around here yesterday. I also saw it when I was down at the office building yesterday. They are not on ADSB, so I'm assuming it's federal stuff. We've had the Portland police plane circling around as well. So if you've been following along, you'll know that we've got that ICE facility where there's some stuff going on, some protests and whatnot. And it does look like we've got some federal folks here on the ground, at least from what we've seen. Haven't been back here in Portland in about 3 months, but certainly it actually looks like it's been cleaned up a little bit. But anyway, yeah, nice weather here. Pacific Northwest this time of year this is like one of the best places to be weather-wise. Not too warm, not too cold. It's nice, though I will definitely say it is it feels more humid than being over in Alpine and Wyoming. But anyway, Pacific Northwest, that's what you got. If you've been following along the channel, you'll know that we have 4 MNTD helium miners. We've got 1 in Kailua Kona, and we'll be back there in another couple months, mid-December-ish or so. And then we've got 2 here in Portland, and then we've got 1 in Alpine, Wyoming as well. Just doing general market update here. Basically, it's made a big difference this week just as far as crypto is concerned, hitting some higher numbers that we haven't seen in a little bit. Basically, there's been, the government shutdown doesn't seem like it's hurt much, and then we've also just had some institutional investment in crypto ETFs in the last week of September, which ended up, I think, kind of helping out. I think it was like 3.2 billion in inflows, so that's kind of done some stuff. Oh, got some sort of got bugs here too. Mosquitoes, things got to be a little careful. But anyway, 3.2 billion in inflow, and so I think that's probably made a difference there. IoT, which is the token that we have been earning on our miners previously before that Helium improvement protocol. That's at $0.000382 per token, up about 6%. And then HNT, which is what we are actually earning on our miners, is at $2.55, up about 7%. Good news there. And then Bitcoin's been leading the charge at $123,000 right now while we're doing this live stream. And that's up about 11% or so for the week. So good news there on the Bitcoin front. And then finally Solana at $229.04, up about 12% there as well. So that's kind of where that stands as far as the market's concerned. Doesn't look like the government shutdown here has done all that much as far as curbing enthusiasm. So anyway, we'll see how stuff keeps going. So getting to our specific miners, our Kona miner sitting in a hexagon with a couple other miners, and I've answered this question on the channel before. If you look at the typical Helium map. And by the way, no financial advice here. This is just for a hobby, doing this for fun. But if you look at the Helium map, world is divided up into these hexagons, and if you're looking at setting up a miner, then what you want to do is see if you've got other miners in the area that you're planning on setting up, and then based on that, you'll end up doing revenue sharing. If you've got other ones there, if you're by yourself, you'll be better off. And again, that's one of the things we just bring here on the channel is we've got separate locations: your rural, urban, and then also tropical Kona. So you can kind of see what the difference there is as far as the earnings are concerned. So anyway, Kona miner, a couple other miners there in the hexagon. That one earned 0.119 Helium tokens for the week, up about 5%. And again, we did have the halving, that deflationary measure on the helium system. That was back on the 1st of August. And so that has cut into earnings. But we're kind of seeing some bottoming there in the market right now. Portland 1, that's our location where we're in our little office building. There's some revenue sharing there because we have 5 other miners in that hexagon. That one earned 0.048 helium tokens. That's typically the miner that has the lowest earnings. That's down about 10% or so for the week. And then our Portland 2 location at 0.150 helium or HNT helium tokens. That's down about 15%. That one's in a hexagon by itself, so no revenue sharing there. So you can kind of see the difference. Typically, that Portland 2 location where we're not in the revenue sharing has been a little higher than Kona. There's the sharing there with the other miners, but since it's been incentivized just because the cost of living is a little higher in Kona to get people to set up the miners for the decentralized IoT system. The earnings have been kind of incentivized there. So anyway, 7-day earnings total, 0.317 helium tokens. And then on a 30-day basis, looking here, our Kona miner at 0.496 helium tokens for the week. Portland 1 in that our little office building, 0.228 helium tokens. And then leading out Portland 2 at 0.755 helium tokens. And by the way, just if you've been following on the channel, you know our Alpine miner functioning, but and it's in a hexagon by itself. But there were a couple of other miners there in town, but now we're basically kind of the only show, so it's not being able to communicate and relay as far as a transmitter receiver to other locations. So no useful work's being done. So that one, big fat goose egg, both for 7 days and for 30 days. But the total 30-day earnings here, 1.479 helium tokens. And again, that's about half of what we've been doing, obviously with that halving. So less earnings because of that. And then taking a look at that based on helium at $2.55. Again, up about 7%, gives us a 7-day earnings on these 4 miners, but in reality, it's really only 3 that are doing useful work of 81 cents for the week. So hobby area, right? No financial advice. We're just having some fun here. 81 cents for 4 miners, so you can kind of see what you would potentially expect. 30 days, the earnings is a whopping $3.77. And that's been typically, it's stabilized, but has certainly gone down a little bit. And then what we do here too is just looking at the ROI. So what we do is we take that $3.77 divided by 30, get an average daily rate, which tends to be it kind of smooths out the curve over using the 7-day rate. And then we take that daily rate and extrapolate out over 365 days for the year and divide that by our capital investment. And right now we have an ROI of a whopping 2.9%. So not great, less than T-bills, but better than last week. I think we were at 2.7%, which was about as low as we've seen it since we've been doing these videos over the last couple of years. So that is where it's at. We do get questions from viewers, where this stands from an ROI perspective, and so that's why we try to do those numbers. And like I said, not financial advice, just doing this for fun, but wanted to just give you some perspective. So if you're looking to set up, then you'll have that information. And the other thing too, get questions from viewers as far as purchasing the miners. And since we got ours factory direct, no issue there. But sometimes if you do pick them up to get a better deal on the secondary market, just make sure they're not tied to another helium wallet, because if they are, then you're basically having expensive paperweight, and you just want to be kind of careful and mindful of that. So that's one of those questions that comes up a lot. Anyway, that is about it. Hopefully everyone is having a great Sunday, and you get a little information here from our impromptu update. Usually we try to schedule these out, and just trying to take care of business because we got that wedding to head to here, which is why we are in Portland. But again, just to let you know, Portland is not burned down. Everything seems to be reasonably okay, and that is about it. So hopefully you're having a great Sunday, and maybe watching the NFL, stuff like that. We'll do that a little bit later on, probably catch the Sunday night game. And that's about it. We will see you for the update next week. Peace.